My great and wonderful people are on that day. My people, I don't carry another hot and spicy apricot conference. Now for the update we be say, I just the gather presently now from the palace of Ife. I tell you not to say this promise or hala presently now it don't plenty pass another thing. And in another vibe of the palace when she come aside with anything we be say she carry from mind, it don't show say oh to get and she no fit to continue to accept them any longer. So my people, making us sit tight because Tori plenty this time around. If you don't follow the trend, all this why you gonna know say yes. Say Olori this in Oletik presently now need to go functions with KBC that much because yes, she has to tender to the twins inside the palace of Ife, and we have seen people like gospel this thing gospel Igbe being most of the major people, and also blue being most of the major people going out on function, but rarely you see Dr. Lizzie into going on functions with KBC this time around because she has actually she her own self is trying to manage her own business. So my people, by the rumors we have gathered so far from the Oduwa press and also the other Yoruba bloggers and also our source close to the palace of Ife this time around, my people, this one really the funny and in kind of the way we no go agree now be the matter this time around. And the way we actually got this information, we learned that KBC was actually coming back from one of his functions this time around, and in kind of the way gospel was one of the person that actually accosted KBC to that function. And why they were coming back, it was actually late at a particular time. KBC was about going into his chamber, and gospel also was accosting KBC to go into his chamber. But in kind of the way we learned that the vibe of the palace of Ife this time around actually stopped them, and in kind of the way she did something that is unforgettable presently now, because KBC is actually stunned and surprised over what what we actually learned that Olori gospel Oletik actually did this time around. So my people, if this is your first time actually listening to me, do wait to like and share and also subscribe on your notification, because on Hajisu, every aproko, every rumors making our on social and the yimu out there, that is actually what I give to you on this platform. So we learned presently now that Olori gospel has actually stopped Oletik has actually stopped Olori gospel from entering into KBC chamber, and we learned that KBC actually stood and was staring at this thing Oletik presently now to actually confirm her reasons for actually stopping this thing gospel from entering into his chamber. But we now learned presently now that the vibe of the palace actually stood her ground presently now, say she is not going to enter the KBC's chamber. Say she presently now, she will not accept it any longer. Say KBC has been doing this thing for a long time presently now. Anytime KBC comes back from functions or anytime KBC sees her coming close to her, close to him, he will always ask for his children. Say her the twins. But he never cares that she her own self also has need on her own self. Say she also wants to spend time with KBC. Says she's not a log of wood actually being in the palace of Ife. She would like to spend time with her husband this time around. And we learned Olori gospel was about replying her back when she actually gave her the gospels, the woto presently now, because we learned she actually pushed her aside. Say she wasn't talking to her. All she was talking to was her husband at that particular time. My people, I tell you that the altercation between this Olori presently now, we learned that the guards actually excused KBC presently now because they couldn't stand the scene between KBC's two wives. Two Oloris actually exchanging words together, because we learned that Olori gospel has actually turned back and actually we learned that she actually faced Olori the vibe of the palace back and asked her, say she has no right actually pushing her off the way. Say if she has anything she wants to say, she can say it and actually leave. My people, we learned immediately she actually said she can say anything she wants to say and leave presently. Now we learned that our vibe of the palace of Ife don't talk and to say he no go end this way. Say she's no longer going anywhere. Say she will be the one to spend time in Kabiesi's chamber tonight. Say nobody goes into Kabiesi's chamber. Say she will be the one to go into Kabiesi's chamber. And we don't hear her presently now say the vibe of the palace presently now. She don't enter the chamber of Kabiesi this time around though. And gospel is just standing there confused because she does not know what to do. She does not know what to do presently now, and we learned that Kabiesi immediately he actually noticed that this may easily turn to any other thing. Presently now, we learned that Kabiesi has actually entered into his chamber. You never can tell. Presently now, we learned that gospel also enter the chamber too, but in kind of the way we no go agree. We learned that the vibe of the palace has actually pushed her out of the chamber. My people like telling that to say this one, oh, this one, a big woto. Now be say we yes say Oletik actually gave to the gospel presently now. Say you keep on following Kabiesi everywhere he goes to. You spend more time in the chamber with Kabiesi. Say she has never for once actually disturbed you guys. Say but tonight. Said anyhow you want it, I will give it to you. And we learn presently now that Kabiesi has actually entered into his chamber, and we learn that the vibe of the palace is inside Kabiesi's chamber presently now. And in kind of the way we learn that gospel Temitope Olori gospel presently now had no choice but to leave because she knows that standing there will not solve any problem because the vibe of the palace actually said it out to the other Olori presently now that she we actually spend the time with Kabiesi. Say she's not a log of wood inside the palace of Ife. Say she no be furniture. We be say Kabiesi bring come keep inside the palace of Ife. Say it's her own turn to spend time with the Ooni of Ife this time around. So my people, I say you guys should do well. Go to the comment section. Put your own opinion as it deem it fit because I tell you this Pepe Den dance season like this. A lot of tweets and a lot of things are actually coming inside the palace of Ife. And in kind of the way, if you actually understand the fact, you know that yes. The Oletik is actually fighting for her right in the palace of Ife. That is the way the information actually got to us, that she is actually fighting for right. She actually meant it that yes, the other Oloris has been the one spending time with Kabiesi mostly. She has never for once, and she actually plays that word that Kabiesi always seeing her at all time, always asks of how is the twins, hope they are doing fine, hope they are faring well. What about her? Say Kabiesi is not thinking about her. Say she also has her own. She also has her own emotional attachment to Kabiesi. She also had that time. Kabiesi should actually spend time with her too. I will learn that Olori Gospel in the shame and the palace presently now has actually left Kabiesi's chamber directly to her Olori quarter. So we learn that there is still noise between Kabiesi and Oletik inside his chamber presently now. But you know the vibe of the palace never gives up. She actually comes out with different attitude at all time like this to make sure she gets her way in the palace of Ife. So my people, I tell you not to say more to read it because I have to cut it short. So my subscribers and my returning subscribers, you guys are the really MVP. So do go to the comment section, put your own opinion as it deem fit. And thank you very, very much.